you're streaming,
call me real quick.
here's your mute.
Here.
Welcome to Norris Campus. This is Jason Colson. We're here with Norris Wrestling. The Titans are going to take on Omaha Skutt in this, I guess it'll be double duel. The Titans take on Skutt, then they're going to take on Syracuse. Syracuse right now is going to be taking on the Fairbury Jeffs. Should be a good night of wrestling. Neither one of these teams, currently the Skutt Skyhawks or the Norris Titans, rated in the top 10. This is brought to you by NSDV. If you would just Google on your YouTube, just go search up Norris Wrestling. You'll be able to watch us live. This is live action. And get ready for the starting lineups to be announced. And for the national anthem. Looks like the matchups we have so far for this one would be Ben Stanley from Norris versus Brom Allen. 113 pounds is Nick Hansen versus Wade Woolsey. Michael Jacobs at 120 for Norris will go against Zachary Quadra. Quadra was a third place medalist last year at the state tournament. 126 pound is Chase Eggleston versus Drew Cooper from Omaha Skutt. 132 is actually his little brother. Caden Eggleston is facing Christian Ramos from Omaha Skutt Catholic. 138, Aiden Williams is versus Adam Cruz. 145, Cooper Bice gets the call versus Cade Baumgart. 152, Hayden Richards from Norris versus Tyler Phillips of Omaha Skutt. 160 pounds, Joe Croteau. Looks like he's going to be open. Never know about duels, though, because they can move people around. 170 pounds, Benjamin Schoenbeck versus Carson Lindbrandt. 182 pounds. Looks like Norris will be open, and Miguel Thompson might be getting a forfeit there. 195, Augustus James Glinsman from Norris. AJ Glinsman from Norris versus Rakif Kasavan of Omaha Skutt. 120, Dylan Meyer looks like he could be running open. And Dane Van Cleve at 285 will be facing Anthony Abbott from Omaha Skutt. Start time is supposed to be at 5:30. This is the third event that Norris has hosted. They hosted the Ron Severson tournament. It was in honor of Coach Severson, a longtime coach in wrestling, coach at Norris, and also a longtime employee. Coach is Phil Severson's dad. And then they also hosted the EMC duels. So they have this, we would call it a quad, because there's 4 teams here, although they're only going to get 2 matches apiece because Syracuse is not going to wrestle Omaha Skutt. And then I believe that the Titans host the EMC tournament as well this year. Looks like people are clearing the mat. Looks like the kids are ready for the face-offs. And we will be starting at 195 pounds. In duels, they do start at different weights. You know, they flip actually to see where they're going, or they actually draw the weight. And today's weight was drawn at 195 pounds. So we start at 195. And it looks like we will have AJ Glinsman going against Rakif Koshnova. And your referee is Kevin Jacobs. As they do the face-off, I'll announce them one more time. We'd like to thank all our sponsors, especially our scoreboard sponsor right here, right now, is Hausman Construction. Thanks for all they do for the Norris Titans. Also, thanks to Gannett Trucking. Thanks to the Norris Teachers Association, among others. Skutt is not rated in the state as a team, and that is been a long time since that's happened. Skutt, usually one of the top power forces in Class B wrestling, and they're now rated. They kind of just fell off the map, and so looking to get it built back up. And Norris is not rated as well. Chaz DeVetter is the head coach for Omaha Skutt Catholic. Brian Duran is the head coach for Norris, along with assistant coaches Phil Severson and Jeff Reed. £138 would be Aiden Adams or Ethan Goodhart. Depends who they get to throw out. Adams. £145 is Cooper Bice with the long hair in the back. Hayden Richards at $152. Looks like Joe Croteau's coming out. And due to COVID, this is just a different shape up than it used to be. A lot. They would go out and shake hands in the middle, then they'd go shake the coach's hands and wish everybody good luck, or try to intimidate them or whatever. So they now they just step out and wave their hand. Actually, the only time the wrestlers touch is when they're actually wrestling. They don't shake hands. The referee will step back and declare the winner with raising the left arm with red or the right arm with green. And here is your national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem there. Let's get ready to rumble. We're going to start off at 195 pounds. Omaha Skutt Catholic would be Rakif Kasavan against A.J. Glinsman. I didn't know A.J. was on the roster, but good for him. Kevin Jacobs on the mat calling senior. Everybody has to check in at the table, and we'll get this going off with Nate Richards, the referee for the evening. Dual meets, important. In order to win a dual meet, if you win a match, you get a pin, you get 6. You get a tech fall, you get 5. Major, 4. Anything below a major is 3. Glenman, I used to teach that guy in middle school. Pretty good kid. Glad he went out for wrestling. He really enjoys football. I think he is doing that to help his football skill. Really, a lot of people, a lot of coaches, football coaches like kids that wrestle. Example, Dylan Meyer at 220. he is a football player and a wrestler. He is still looking to sign yet, and so we'll see what happens there. Glinsman and Raffet, or Riffet? I don't know. On the whistle, this will be all 2 minutes. Single leg to the left. Out of bounds. Back to the center. It's a good shot by AJ. Got stuck under a little bit, and he is definitely bigger and stronger than his opponent. And that would have been 2 if you'd just kept him in bounds. I don't know if remember him actually coming out, being on the roster. I haven't been paying too much attention, so it seems like it's a good pickup. He's a big, strong kid. Both guys on the head tie. Ow. Richards stepped into the referee world. The referee stepped in there. AJ on the shot. Effort on the front headlock. He's trying to sag down, use his weight. Glinsman drives through him once again. Out of bounds. About 5 years ago was the first time I saw him, and he's a constant referee in all the state tournaments and the district tournaments. Pretty good young ref, and that's what a lot of people we need out there is good young referees. So if you're interested in referee, make sure you talk to a couple of older referees like Brian Woolsey, or talk to the NSA about going on. AJ on his knees, ref it on top, and he's on the front headlock again. Circle drill, he's kind of on the circle drill. AJ blocks him. This could roll out to a stalemate. 32 seconds left in the first period. Oh, Glinsman with the power drive right through him with 26 seconds left in the match. It's a big takedown. If you want to do some statistics, I don't know necessarily what they are, but first takedowns in a match win like over 60%. Oh, Glinsman gets called for locked hands. This is a free move actually for him. 10 seconds left. That's going to make the score 2-1. So if you're looking at our scoreboard, the match score will be in the middle. The team score will be on the outside. This is coming off, just so you know, FYI, this is coming off the scoreboard in the gym. It's not operator error on our part. Glinsman just seems like he's going to kind of ride him out here. In the first period, looks like the score is going to be 2-1. So Rabbit has choice. He defers. Glinsman goes down. So if you see, Skutt won the toss, so they're odds. They have the choice this round. Oh, they're going to put AJ up. They're going to give him a point. It's going to make the score 3-1 in the match. On deck is Dylan Meyer. It looks on the sheet like he doesn't have a match tonight, which is kind of a bummer. Always like watching that kid wrestle. If it goes as is, you'd have 2 forfeits. Myers rated number 1 in some polls, number 2 in the others. Finished 3rd last year. On the head tie is Glinsman with his Skutt counterpart. On a single leg, drives right to him, right to his back. Oh, this is big, right to his back. Got a 2 count at least. 2 for takedown, 2 for back. He's up 7-1. Glinsman's just so powerful, you know, and actually he's really a kind of a small 95-pounder if you go by like the big boys in the state. So, but if he has a lot of promise if he's going to stay off of wrestling. He's got a cross-face cradle going on. He's just as brutal as Butcher is trying to dig underneath. So he's looking for a Butcher or cross-face cradle, and the coaches are really good because they're keeping his hands away from the belly so he doesn't lock the hands again. Right now, this sits as just a decision. It would be a 3-point match for Norris if Glinsman continues this way. Skutt people are wanting to stall because they just think AJ's sitting on the hips. Hey, I'm not reffing, so I don't see it as that much. He's letting him up. Going to cut him, push him off. All right, that gives him one. Makes score 7-2. Glensman. On the head tie. 13 seconds left. See if Rabbits tries to take a chance. That'll end second period 7-2. If I know the Skutt coaches, they're probably going to put them up neutral. See, I predicted it. Start neutral again. Score 7-2. Glensman. Both reach for the head tie. It's not the best on a good defense. Glensman just overpowering. Gets a stall call. Glensman's just having his way with him and pushing him around. And he's got to circle in. Scott's got to circle in. He'll get stall call again. You can't do straight back. They kind of changed the stall call. 2 years ago, there's that single leg again. If he'd ever take his hand off the head, he'd be pretty good at that single leg. So they changed it to like when you get into your heavyweights and your like your 220s and your heavyweights, those guys would just be bigger than their opponents. So you just push them off. The opponents didn't really have anything, so they actually changed the stall call. Like if these guys try to circle in, they can't call them for stalling. And if the bigger guys just keep pushing them out, actually that guy that's pushing them out gets called for stalling. Glensman's 7-2 lead. 1 minute left in the match. They call Glensman for stalling, which they should have because he was backing out and wasn't circling in. Don't look like anybody's really going to take a chance here. 45 seconds left. Skyhawks, I think they won 15 out of 17 years or 14 out of 16 years. Central City was the team to beat them way back when, and I can't remember who grabbed it last year. 15 seconds left. Glensman will win 7-2. They'll give 3 points for the Norris Titans. And on deck, well, I guess at 8-2, they give him a stalling call. And that would be 7-3. 3 points for the Titans. Dylan Meyer, 220. Looks like he's going to have an open. That's going to give them 6 points. Making the score 9-0. That'll bring on Dane Van Cleve versus Anthony Abbott. Dane is senior, knows family pretty well. Abbott, a junior for the Skyhawks. As I said before, head coach Chaz DeVetter, Brian Pesky, Jimmy Waters, and Hayden Cheney are the assistants. Brian Duran, head coach for the Titans. Phil Severson, Jeff Reed, and Chauncey Zeman are the assistants. And here we go at the match. Whistle by Kevin Jacobson. Van Cleve wrestled heavyweight last year, too, as a junior. He's kind of stuck behind Meyer and couldn't really, beat him. Okay, we got no takedown yet. That's a good job by Jacobson not calling that takedown. Van Cleve gets 1 count, so it's nothing on back, but he does have the 2 takedown. Abbott's in trouble. He's got the count on him. Jacobson underneath looking for the pin. Abbott's in real trouble here. Dane, fall. 6 points for the Titans. Abbott had the advantage on that, but he just could not secure the takedown. Make it score 15-0. Your Norris Titans. Ben Stanley at 106, a freshman, versus Brom Allen from Omaha Skutt. Brom Allen, a freshman also. Ben, a longtime wrestler in the club. Don't know much about Brom. Ben wrestled in the club and wrestled in middle school. Pretty good kid. I had him last year in video news. Should pretty good, interesting match. Brom in on the single. Boone has a hook. Defends him out. Look at these guys go. This is what happens when you get little dudes wrestling, man. They just like fly all over the place. Allen on the defense. Stanley on the shot. Allen's on the underhook. Does a short fireman's carry right there. Allen blocks it pretty nice. Allen behind. Jacobson gives him the 2. 2-0. Allen. Oh, Vince has a voice rollover. I didn't see that. I was looking at the names. Oh, has a half Nelson going. Allen is in trouble. Comes out of it nice. I don't think any back was given there, so it's 2-2. Doggone it. I was looking over at this sheet here, and I missed that move that Ben did. Maybe sometime we can upgrade the replay with wrestling. I'm just kidding. Of course, you know, this NSDV thing's taken off. Drew Carlson, Brian Williams, behind the scenes, they set everything up. It's all kid-based. They do an amazing job. We have kids helping Mitchell Severson, Connor King tonight. It's all kid-based. They want it to be all kid-based so kids can learn about videoing and announcing and etc. So thanks to those guys for doing it. You go onto YouTube every time. You can just search Norris Wrestling, Norris Volleyball, Norris Football, and it'll come up onto the YouTube channel. Stanley, it seems like going to write him out. Doesn't really look like he's working for any pinning combinations, but he's definitely wearing his opponent out. For example, for tonight, we got basketball going on, and we have wrestling going on. That's 2 events. We're doing 2 events. Allen and Stanley working the edge. Allen seems to be the aggressor on his feet. Stanley with shot to the left. Circle, circle, circle. Allen has him stuffed. Ben is on his belly here, which is not going to be good. Locks on the leg. Allen will have to break that grip in order to get behind or step over the ankle. Jacobson watching intently and kind of got into mercy. Ben let go of the leg. Allen gets behind. Allen's going for a front 3/4 stack, and he had it. Got 2 back points out of it. This makes the score 6-2. Like, once again, I'm going to tell you, I'm not operating the scoreboard, so don't blame this stuff on me. All right? Allen on top. Hanley does the rollover again. Nothing here yet. That's a little slick elbow roll that Ben does. It's just a Peterson roll, and he rolls him through, and Allen doesn't understand, or he didn't get it from before. Stanley's running him out. Jacobson was looking for locked hands there, which is in a tough position because, see, when you get into from neutral to get in top, a lot of people don't let go of those hands. So actually Stanley was reversed him, and he had on the leg, so that's Jacobson was trying to get in and see if he could get the locked hands, see if there was locked hands. Allen down, Stanley on top. Allen up for the escape, trying to get his hands clear, and he gets it. Make it score 7-4. If I was the Skutt coaches, I'd be telling Allen right now, do not put your elbow over his belly. That makes no sense to us. Allen has actually scored off Stanley's offense both times on their feet. Ben has taken the shot, and end of the second, score 7-4. Allen. Ben will take down. Maybe hoping to get that reversal again with that roll. It's kind of a elbow hook roll. And he sets it pretty good. And Allen's going to take neutral from what I see. Make it score 7-5. Team score right now is 15-0. Van Cleet have had a pin. Meyer had a forfeit. And A.J. Glinsman won on a decision. Allen was finally on a shot there. Both guys are working the edge. Stanley's going to have to put some offense here on him to try to get a takedown because time's running out. Inevitably, time's running out. 2 takedown by Allen right on the edge. That's just tough to see. Like you got to